Hi, welcome to Home Talk. Your host Nadia Gross here in Lakewood Ranch. I'm with Wagner Realty, and I'm super excited to bring you some fantastic news for first-time home buyers. We finally have a great program for down payment and closing cost assistance. And I have my guest here, Kyle from Homebridge, and he's going to help answer all the questions about this program. Now, if some of you haven't heard, Governor DeSantis signed a bill last month for a program called Hometown Heroes Program. And it's to help essential workers with down payment assistance to buy their first home. And Kyle, I'm so excited about this because some of the biggest challenges that my buyers are facing is that they have great credit scores, they have fantastic income, but they don't have the cash to buy a home. Okay. So they're stalled.
Sure.
And this program makes it possible for somebody to really buy their first home.
Absolutely.
So tell us what it is.
Well, we're very excited about it, and it's June 1st, and it just started today.
Yes, it started today.
So we were real excited about it. And it does, as you mentioned, it provides down payment assistance for essential workers. We'll touch on later who those essential workers are. The list is long.
Yes, it's a very long list.
Yeah, and it provides up to 5% of the loan amount. In assistance up to $25,000. So that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money because you can buy what, about a 300, 350, you think, with that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, about 350, maybe close to 4.
Yeah.
So now if they have some down payment, let's say maybe somebody has 5,000 or 7,000 saved up.
Yeah.
Does that disqualify them?
It does not. No.
So they could add. So
Absolutely.
this could subsidize so that they can buy a little bit more home.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So it's a great.
That's really awesome.
It's a good time. And it's for first-time home buyers, as I think we'll mention here too. That's a niche that it needs help.
It does. It needs a lot of help. So how many buyers do you think that this program is going to be able to help?
Well, and that's a great question. We've got there's $100 million set aside, which is a lot of money.
Yes, it is.
But if you're taking $20,000 to $25,000, that serves about 4,000 home buyers. So while it sounds like a lot of money, it's not a whole lot when you think of we're in the state of Florida and there's a lot of essential workers.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
I think time is of the essence if you.
But hey, it's a great start, isn't it?
It is
and we're certainly grateful and thankful for this bill that got passed in the Florida Senate or House.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a politician here, but we're so thankful because our buyers really need some help.
Yeah.
So so we covered what it is and the amount. What about paying it back?
Great question. You do have to pay this back. There are no payments that are due on it. So we, in our business, refer to it as a silent mortgage. It sits back there. There's no payments, no interest that accrues. Let's say it's the $25,000 that you receive. The only time you would have to pay that back is when you sold the home. If you refinance the home. And the rates are great on these programs too. So there's probably no need to refinance it. But if you did, they want to get it paid back. If you move out of the home and that home no longer is your primary residence, because that's what this program is built for first-time home buyers, primary residence, not for investors. Or in 30 years when the mortgage is paid off.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time.
I don't know many people that hold on to their homes for 30 years anymore. Like that's a thing of our grandparents, right?
Yeah, it is.
That used to hold on to the homes. But wow, that's fantastic. So no interest.
No interest, no payments that are due.
So essentially it's like saying, I'm going to give you a loan for a period of time for free.
Right, exactly.
The only thing is that if you sell this house, you have to pay me back.
That $25,000.
But I'm not making any money on this loan.
That's right. No, I don't want any money. I just want what I gave you, I want back.
And that's fair.
That's all. That's fair.
That's totally fair. It makes it definitely possible for somebody to get into their
because
home.
I mean, as you mentioned before, you can come up with 3. I talk to buyers all the time. About 3, 3.5, 5%, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden they look and they say, well, why do I have to come up with this much more? Well, you've got closing costs. And in the days when the market wasn't as hot as it is now, we can ask sellers to pay those, but the sellers, they're not paying those.
Yeah, we haven't been in that market for, geez, a year and a half, almost 2 years now.
So
yes, buyers have had to put
put
the entire bill here. So
and that's tough, especially on a first-time home buyer. They've done everything they can to save, 3 to 5% to put down on a home. Then they're hit with that closing cost, and it's big.
It's tough.
Big pill to
It's,
swallow.
hey, listen, my buyers have felt it and I've definitely been shoulder to shoulder with them going through that.
Yeah.
So, how long do you think that program will last?
It lasts until the money runs out.
Okay,
So as
so you guys hear that until the money runs out. So
Yeah,
you want to
coming-
be one of the 4,000 or so, let's say.
Yeah, yeah, and it's really, it's being promoted all through the state of Florida.
Okay,
There's webinars going on for loan officers now. There's flyers going out, so you'll hear a lot more about this
which
program.
actually, so that brings me to a question. Is that for Florida residents only?
No, it's for buying here in the state of Florida. The home would need to be in the state of Florida.
The home would be in the state, but does the person buying have to be a resident?
No, but remember, this is a primary home.
Yes,
So they're not
okay.
going to be, it's not for second homes. So let's say
Okay.
if they lived in New York and they want to buy a second or vacation home here, that
Okay.
program would not qualify. But if they were in, let's say, Chicago or in New York, and they were really relocating here
Okay,
with their job and buying a primary home, they could use that program.
they could use that program. Okay, wow. And so what are some of the key elements for qualifying for this?
Okay. Absolutely. Income limits, this program's great. We got high income limits.
Okay,
It's up to $129,450.
that's incredible.
That is great, because most of the programs cap you at maybe $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. This one, high income limit, so a lot of folks will be able to qualify for that. Credit score is another qualifier, at least a 640 credit score.
Okay,
So it's not
Not
a real
bad.
high credit
not
score.
anything outrageous.
Absolutely.
Okay, seems fair.
Yeah. So, and a first-time home buyer. So, they're going to ask you to sign, or the borrower to sign an affidavit at closing
Okay,
that they are a first-time home buyer. So we want to make sure, and in the definition, if you're, some folks don't know that they're first-time home buyers, and they really are. If you haven't owned a home in the last 3 years, that makes you a first-time home buyer. So I get
Okay.
the question, hey, I owned a home 10 years ago. I'm not a first-time home buyer. Yes, you are.
okay. Now, what if they have if they have money in a savings account, like they have a little bit, or up to like what amount is like too much to where, well, this really no longer applies to you?
This doesn't have an asset qualifier part of it. So
Okay,
where some types of loans, if you've got the down payment, let's say you had 20% on or more in a bank account, they won't allow you to use these programs.
okay,
This program is not going to look at the assets
Okay.
that you have.
okay. So it seems like the program casts a pretty wide net
It
in
does.
terms of who it can help and who it can reach. So that's really great. So how do we apply?
Well, they need to give me a call first.
Okay.
Call me, but if you're working currently with a lender,
Okay,
and you've been with them, you want to be loyal. Loyalty is rare these days, so you definitely want to be loyal to them. I know I appreciate that. So ask them if they've got the Hometown Heroes program.
Okay.
And if it makes sense for you to do that. If they don't, and you really would like to use that program, then give me a call.
okay. So let's talk about a few, wow, I mean, we have like a huge list here, 4 pages long of different people careers basically, right? Essential workers that can qualify. So it's not just limited to, police, fire, medical. There's actually a little bit more on this, but so we got, law enforcement officers, correction officers, let's see, paramedics, certified educator to include classroom teachers, librarians, school counselors, social workers, licensed childcare operator. That's pretty cool. A nursing assistant, registered nurses. Oh, great help. Childcare instructor. Let's see, acupuncturist and chiropractors too. Isn't that pretty cool?
Excited about that.
Let's see. Licensed dietitian and nutritionist, occupational therapist, nursing home administrator, even an athletic trainer.
Yeah, the
Isn't that-
IMG is close by, and they have a lot of athletic
Wow,
trainers.
yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. Opticians, let's see, psychologists, phlebotomists, even massage therapists.
Yes.
Wow. I know massages are kind of
Yeah.
essential sometimes.
Yes, they are.
Veterinarians, of course, active military personnel and veterans are just some of the highlights of some of the the career paths that would qualify for this program. So,
And something we didn't mention is you can do this program with any type of loan. So
Okay.
at least from the aspect of an FHA,
okay,
a VA. So you mentioned veterans, those are great
Okay.
loans. So normally those types of loans don't need a down payment, but they have closing costs. So you can take the closing cost and then apply what's left over toward the down payment. So that could be beneficial to the veteran and bringing their loan amount down, which brings their payment down.
yes,
USDA loans, also in conventional loans. So it pretty
Okay.
much covers.
That covers everything. Well, we are super excited for this program. We're hoping to really help and reach some buyers out there and make a home possible for you. So if you have any questions, if you want more details or just wondering if you qualify or if one of your careers is part of the list, please reach out. Don't hesitate. Kyle, what's a good number to reach you?
Absolutely. At Homebridge would be 941-782-2080, or you can always call me anytime on my cell phone, 941-321-0135.
And you can reach me as well. I'll put you in touch with Kyle as well. I'm at the Lakewood Ranch Wagner Realty office, and my phone number is 941-300-1513. 941-300-1513. Well, we thank you so much for being with us and hope that you have found this information helpful. Have a fantastic day. Bye.